Hi, I'm Chazz Palimenteri, and you are watching The BAM Show.
This is the BAM Show, Barter and Marketing, where we get you the real deal. I'm your host, Joshua Smith from Sherwood, and I'll tell you, I have goosebumps today. I have a very, very special guest. Some of you may know him as Agent Kuyan from Usual Suspects. Others may know him as Primo Sedone from Analyze This. Potentially Mr. Zadir from A Night at the Roxbury. But I know him best as Sonny from A Bronx Tale. Everyone, please, big welcome to Chazz Palimenteri. It's really a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Same. Do me a little favor.
Yeah.
Give us a little background on yourself. There's so many things. Film producer, actor, Broadway, TV. Just a little bit about yourself in terms of background, so we can get understanding of sort of where you came from and where you are today.
I grew up in the Bronx, obviously. A Bronx Tale is my story. My real name is Caudro Lorenzo Palminteri. That's my real name. My dad was a bus driver. When I was 9, I saw a killing. I saw a man kill another man, and I kind of befriended that guy. I didn't tell the cops who it was, and that's how started the whole journey.
Where does Chazz come from?
Chazz was around, I think it was about 11 or 12. They used to say the Chazz Man, and then they went from the Chazz Man to the Chazz, and then Chazz.
And then Chazz.
The Chazz.
And here you are.
And here I am, all these years later.
There's so many endeavors that you're having right now. Vodka, from BV Vodka,
Yeah.
to your restaurant.
I've always wanted, every time, there's always wanted to own a restaurant. But I never met the right people. A lot of my friends, like De Niro and a lot of people, they have tons of restaurants. So I said, hey, well, let me get one. I think that'd be great. I've met the right people now. And we opened up Chazz Palimenteri's right here on 890 2nd Avenue, between 47th and 48th. And now we're like one of the hottest restaurants in the city. And but I have to tell you, it's a hard thing. I watch how they work, and I watch how diligent they are to make sure everything is right. You have to open with people who've really been in the business a long time. And the restaurant's been a big success. And what's great about our Italian restaurant is we have the best steaks and chops and leg of lambs or anything like that. Rack of lamb, the best, because Jack owns the Empire Steakhouse, so he has the great meats there, and we use the same meat. We have the great meat here, so you have anything you want here.
Well, you just had a perfect segue for me, because I got to read something. I know you don't read reviews, but I have to read you this one review about your restaurant that someone said, because you brought up steak. Hold on, I have it right here.
Okay.
Okay, this is from a woman named Alexandra. It's in the middle of a blizzard, but my boyfriend wanted date night away. Who doesn't? Everyone wants date night. No wife gives a date night, but everyone wants date night. We both were craving steak. This place is cozy, sexy, romantic. It was the perfect hideaway for a snowy evening. Listen to that. That's
Very
wonderful.
nice.
First review you ever heard?
I don't read reviews.
I know. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Listen, you heard it here. This is the first review
Yeah.
he's ever heard, and it's a wonderful review.
People say, hey, you got some great reviews, and I go, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I go,
No, I
great.
agree.
Cool.
Who needs the headache? And
Well, if you believe the good ones, you got to believe the bad ones. Then you get caught up in that whole thing. And reviews they're like potato chips. You eat one, you want more.
I
want more.
know.
Forget it. You know what? Just do a good job. Have a good restaurant. I don't read reviews about my movies, what I've done. I'm okay.
Well, tell us about this vodka.
Yeah,
What made you want to start a vodka, and what's so special about this?
This is BV vodka. Okay, BV.
Means to drink.
BIVI, which means to drink. The correct way you say drink in Italian is beve.
Yes.
You say beve, but in Sicilian there's the accent. There's a Sicilian dialect. It's bivi, which that's the way they say it. So we came up with a name because obviously it's a Sicilian dialect, and I thought that would be really interesting. It's made in my mother's hometown, which is incredible, from Messina. The guy's,
Say it again, Messina?
Messina, Sicily. The guy's name is Giovanni Lafacci. He's one of the foremost spirit makers in the world. In fact, he makes the greatest grappa in the world too. And he said, look, I really want to make this vodka for you. So I went to Sicily, I met him, we talked, we had a great rapport, and he says, well, I don't make a lot because I'm very particular about when I distill. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, I only distill when the moon is a certain way.
When the moon is a certain way. Never heard of anything like this.
I never heard anything like. So I thought he was kidding with me. So I said, wait a minute, hold on, Giovanni, explain this to me. He goes, the moon has to be a certain crescent, otherwise it tastes different. I said, why is that? He goes, because the moon dictates the tide, and the water, the molecules change. Never heard this. And he does it, if the moon is not right, he does not distill. He doesn't work on it. So then, when it's right, he goes, it tastes differently. So I was like, this is the guy for me.
Sure.
Because I have OCD, I want everything perfect.
I do too. Very meticulous.
Very meticulous.
Yeah.
So he made me a batch. Everybody tasted it, thought it was great. But I said, the way I am, I got the 25 of the biggest vodka drinkers in New York, my friends, to come to my home and sit down and taste. It was a clean bottle, so I made everybody taste it, and they were like, wow, this is great. One guy said, well, I like this, the finish is a little burny. The other guy says, the nose could be this. And I wrote it all down. I sent him back the notes. He says, okay, I'll look at that. Sends me back, a month later, sends me back another batch. I make everybody taste that. Oh, this is better. Oh, the finish, right? I said, really be picky. Tell me. And they write down their notes again. I sent it back. He sends it back. We tasted it. Boom. That's the one that's here in the bottle.
Beautiful.
So that's how it happened. And then we, Rich the Chico, and he was my partner, and we put it out, and wow, everybody just loves it.
And where can someone get this?
This is distributed by Southern Wine and Spirits.
Yep.
So you can pretty much get it anywhere. And if they don't have it, you can tell them Southern Wine has it. If they could order it, you'll have it. Oh, the thing, I can't believe it. One of the most important things about our vodka, we call it a BV moment.
Yes.
And I'll tell you the story. Okay, Frank Sinatra was a friend of mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I got to know him really well. And one day in the beginning, when we just started getting to know each other, I was over his house, and he was drinking a vodka, a martini. We were talking, and he had a martini glass, and he had 2 olives in it. And he said to me, he took out the 2 olives, and he said, come on, Chazz, share my olive. And I said, what? And he went, come on, share my olive. And I took the olive off his toothpick, and he said, you ready? And I said, yeah. We popped the olives in our mouth. And he said, I love you, and you're a good kid. He called me kid. And we went back inside. And I was like, what was that about? So we go back inside, and I'm talking to a bunch of people there. And I'm telling everybody what just happened. What was this thing with the olive, right? And I hear a voice over my shoulder go, Frank shared an olive with you. And I turn around, and it's Gregory Peck, the actor.
Yeah.
And Gregory was like, he was very close friends with Frank. And he said, he shared an olive with you? I said, yeah, what was that about? And he said, that was a Rat Pack tradition, Chazz. He goes, when they would drink their martinis, they would share their olives with each other. And I went, wow, what a great idea. And I just thought about that. And then I thought about it years later now, and I said, wow, have a BV moment. Share your olive, drinking a vodka martini. If you have a friend or you have a lady friend that you like,
sure.
Once you share an olive, you're bonded for life. That's
right.
it. So we promote that in our vodkas, to share an olive with the BV vodka.
So you mentioned the play.
Yeah.
You have a musical coming out.
Yes.
Okay, it's coming out December 1st.
It opens December 1st, starts previewing November 3rd. It's A Bronx Tale, the musical. Songs written by 8-time Academy Award winner Alan Menken.
Unbelievable.
Pretty great. Yeah.
Incredible.
Pretty great.
And you're producing this yourself? Or?
I'm one of the producers. Yes.
One of the producers.
Yes. It's produced by the Dodgers, and really the #1 brainchild, the whole thing, put it all together, was Tommy Mottola. You keep your fingers crossed and you put it out there, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we ran out of town. We were at the Paper Mill Playhouse. You always have to run out of town first. We got a great reception. We broke all the records there, box office and attendance-wise. Got some great reviews I heard from the time. So, but this is Broadway now.
Yep.
And we worked hard to make it even better. We'll see.
All right.
We'll
Best
see
of
what
luck.
happens. Thank you.
I'll be seeing it.
Thank you.
Relationships in business are so important,
Right.
especially in the restaurant industry.
Right.
Okay. If someone young is starting out, okay, any industry whatsoever,
Yeah.
you have a piece of advice you would give them?
If they're young in any industry.
Any industry.
Well, I think the most important thing is, Josh, is to be really good at what you do and to be well liked. If you can be really good at what you do and be well liked, you're pretty much going to make it in life. That's the secret. I really think that's the secret. Because so many people are so sometimes incompetent and they're just not willing to give 110%, that when you really give 110%, you really stick out.
Besides work ethic, likability is just as important.
Likability is extremely important. People don't realize what likability can do, because likability wants you to hire that person, wants you to put them on the front lines with you. A person could be really great at what they do, but if they're not likable, sometimes you just go, you know what? It's just not worth it. Life's too short. I cannot stand this guy around me. You know, but if the person's really good and really likable, wow.
Am I okay? What do you think of me?
Well, we just met, so I don't. So far, okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't want to give you an A right away now.
Chazz, tell me, what's next? Screenwriter, TV,
Right.
Broadway, vodka, restaurants. Anything you love to conquer next?
You know, I'm really happy. I have the restaurant now. I'm being more of an entrepreneur, which is really nice. I think conquer, I don't know, maybe life. You know, I just want to be, I'm happy. Life is good. My wife is great. My children are doing great. My
Enjoy
son,
your life. Enjoy
my
your
son
children.
Dante and
Yeah.
my daughter Gabriella, my wife Jonna. And life is about being grateful. You know, the key to life is to be grateful. When you're not grateful, you can never be happy.
Yeah.
You know, if you focus on the things you'll always have enough. If you focus on the things you don't have, you'll never have enough. So I'm okay, you know. I have my ambition. I want to write more. I have another play that I've written, The Bench, and I do it at the Actors Studio. I'm working on that. And
Sure.
some other projects. I'm shooting a pilot in LA in the next week. So my thing that I want to conquer is just staying focused and just keep doing good work. The joke is to be grateful. That's really the joke in life, is to be, the more grateful you are, the more good things will come to you. When you're tight and you're not grateful and you're angry, people don't realize that, and I'm very spiritual, the spiritual forces, when you're tight like this, the spiritual forces, they bang and they bounce off you. But when you're open like this and grateful to life, you just attract more good stuff.
You
man.
just mesh.
You just mesh. You attract more good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So it's the joke of life, but people don't get it.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, it's easy for you to be happy. You know, you're making money and you have this. I can understand what they're saying, but the real key is to be grateful when you don't have things.
Yeah.
That's the real
Very
key.
powerful.
That's the real key. Because I was that. I was always grateful. I was happy even when I had no money. I was.
Good for you. Great words.
Okay.
Inspiration. I love to do a little game, like a little word association game.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a word. You tell me the first thing that pops into your head.
Okay.
Okay. Instagram.
Good.
Good. Good. New York.
Paradise.
Hamilton.
Great.
Dolph Lundgren.
Old friend.
Boston Red Sox.
Pain.
I brought with me today actually two things, which is very special because I never bring two things. But has anyone ever told you that you resemble Dean Martin?
No.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Yeah, people have said that, but I don't think I look at all like them too much.
Well, I don't either, but your wife did tell me that.
Yeah, okay.
Now, so I brought with you, which I hear, I get you, wonderful, big fan.
Yeah.
Rat Pack, okay? Very nice. Please, hold, show everyone.
Sure.
Show everyone. Okay. I see you're in love with this. Now, I have something else, and we may need a little bit of history behind this. Does this ring a bell to you?
Yeah.
What is this here? Can we share everyone what this
That was
is?
my high school, Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay, now, what do we have on the back? Let's make sure Stefan can see as well.
Razmachad. That was a band that I played with.
That was a band.
That I sang with.
And
yes.
number 3 for?
Babe Ruth.
Right. Big Yankee fan.
Yeah.
So now I am willing to part ways with this and give this to you if you have a trade for me. Are you willing to give me anything for these two items?
For these two items?
That's right. Tickets to your show? 2 tickets?
No, nobody gets free tickets to my show.
A nice meal at the restaurant?
You could have a steak right now or something, whatever you want.
What else can we offer here? I can have a steak right now.
You were trying to bargain with a guy from the street?
I'm
from
trying to
Bronx Tale?
bargain. What are we
Is this
looking?
guy serious or
What are we looking
you're really
for?
trying to edge on me? You're trying to get up? You're trying to get over on me?
Do you know do you know the work that went into this shirt? Razzmatazz?
Yeah,
Who knows about Razzmatazz?
Nobody. That's why it's not a big deal.
It's very important though. It's nice for you to have.
It's nice for me to have,
Show
but
the
you know
kids.
what? I could sleep.
You could sleep.
Yeah.
Bottle of BV? That's got, I mean,
a
I
bottle
feel
of
like that's a
BV?
good trade.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one here.
That's
I'll have
okay.
this one. Yeah,
You don't need to have it now.
A bottle of BV.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to offer someone at home this bottle of BV that I just traded with Chazz Palimenteri. Now, these are yours, please.
Yeah.
I don't want them back. These are all yours.
Good.
I'm going to take this BV for right now. And who's ever interested in this BV, I'm looking for the best offer. Again, hit up the links below if you're interested. But this, again, right from Sicily. Nothing better. And you heard it here. The producer, the moon needs to line up a certain way for
Right.
him to produce this vodka.
That's correct.
Nothing else in the world like it. Okay. I'll put this over here and save it. That was wonderful. Thank you for the trade.
Okay.
I have to tell you that truly this was absolute honor. Thank you so much for doing this. This is wonderful.
Okay.
And again, to all of you out there, be sure to tune in next time on The BAM Show, Barter and Marketing, where we get you the real deal.
Well, you should have told me you were going to do that. Then maybe I would have came up with something
It's
bigger.
all right.
But you didn't tell me.
BV
you know.
is good. I can't
I mean, why
tell you
don't you
everything.
tell me that?
I
Because
can't.
Now we get to promote the vodka.
That's right.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know. I thought you were just.
That's okay. It's a spur of the moment. No one's
Oh.
allowed to know.
Oh.
You're very special, but not
Okay.
that special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you could have.
I know.